So the Fantastic Four. Um, Marvel released its first trailer for Fantastic Four: First Steps. Because they're little babies, they're taking their first steps as the Fantastic Four. Marvel Studios released its first trailer for his upcoming film, Fantastic Four: First Steps. Had to go through, just kind of click through to make sure it works, because sometimes these things on here, like on different websites, they don't work very well. So I just had to kind of skip around to see if it wasn't working properly. Usually I'll just click on it and just watch it on YouTube. But since I've got the darker thing going on, YouTube doesn't work as well. So just gotta make sure it works on here. Anyway, let's turn this down. Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. Okay, is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
How is it that we're 2025 and the effects seem to be getting worse? You guys remember Davy Jones, Dead Man's Chest, how amazing he looked? That was the early 2000s. Here we are, 2025, and this looks like a joke. How is it that the further we're getting with technology, the worse things are now looking? Because that looks terrible. That looks terrible.
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together. As a family.
Well, we saw Galactus, which, if I remember the last time we saw Galactus, at least in Fantastic Four, was Rise of the Silver Surfer, and they didn't really show him. It was just like this big cloud of space dust, and it was spiraling towards Earth, and Silver Surfer had to be like, I will not serve you anymore. I will protect this planet. And he's like, and then you hear the Super Saiyan 3 music. It didn't really happen like that. That would have been cool, though. Pedro Pascal, which I'm so tired of seeing that guy. There are just some actors and actresses, it gets so annoying. Just, you get tired of seeing them all the time. For me, he's one of them. Jenna Ortega, I know, controversial take there. Some people, live and die by what this fucking chick does. But I'm tired of she's pretty much the same in everything she's in. I don't think if she is a good actress, they really haven't given her enough to work with to flex her acting chops. Because it seems like everything she's in, she's just like herself. Or, what you think of like the quiet, snarky, stuff like that. But that's just my take. Like an asshole, everyone's got one. Or, like a asshole, everyone's got one. Same thing with opinions. So that's just my opinion. We're also getting Galactus, of course, which is pretty cool. Silver Surfer, Julia Garner. Oh my god, a woman? Well, before anyone loses their shit, normally I'd be the first one to jump on the, race swapping or gender swapping, but no. They do have us. Actually, hang on. Let me pull it up so people actually believe me. Shalabal appeared in Silver Surfer #1, 1968. This is his wife. But yeah, she's like the female Silver Surfer. Includes, and if Galactus plans to devour the entire planet and everyone on it weren't bad enough, suddenly gets very. This time it's personal. Pedro Pascal is reason enough for me not to waste time watching the trailer. Yeah, I mean, I get why certain people like him, but like I'm just tired of seeing him. I'm just tired of seeing the guy. Like I said, it's like Jenna Ortega. When they just like, oh, this movie starring Pedro Pascal or this movie starring Jenna Ortega, and it's just them being them. I mean, it's almost like Jim Carrey. Like I love Jim Carrey, but like name apart from was it 23? Name a movie where Jim Carrey wasn't Jim Carrey. There you go. He never had many chances to show what he's capable of because everything he's in, whether it be a Liar Liar, The Mask, Fun with Dick and Jane, whatever movie he's in, he's just being himself. The goofy mannerisms and the faces and he's just being himself. And future, I mean, is that the reason why the effects are so bad? Is because it's supposed to look cheesy? I mean, it's supposed to be 1960s inspired. So is that why was it a purposeful choice of, oh hey, let's just make Ben and the other CGI stuff look as bad as possible? Because they didn't have CGI like that in 1960, so at all. But I mean, we haven't. When was the last time we saw Fantastic Four? Wasn't it like, was it 2014 or something like that? It's recent, but not too recent. Because there was that Fantastic Four reboot, which really wasn't that great. I think that was the last time, like something like that. But yeah, the first ones, with Jessica Alba and was it Chris Evans and all of them, they were cheesy, which was it's kind of like Spider-Man, how people were saying, oh, it was so cheesy, but then you look closely and it's more closely follows or resembles the comic, when it comes to Peter and, whatever. So these were definitely more cheesy, which makes them feel more like a comic book movie. I mean, not saying comic books don't get serious, because they do. A lot of bad stuff happens in comics. Usually stuff that's not put into the live action version of it. Thinking of that, like DC, you have stuff like, oh, I don't know, Deathstroke and Terra. So when it came to Teen Titans, you can probably imagine why they decided to leave some of that relationship out. Oh, it's terrible. But yeah, Fantastic Four, it's I mean, it's cool that we get to see Galactus this time, because again, like the last time, he was just like this big billowy space dust and we didn't really see him. Which was a shame, because Galactus is a really cool villain and it would have been cool to see more of him, but We didn't get to. We didn't get to. I guess they blew the budget on everything else. It's like, well, how do we make Galactus now? Let's just make him giant puff of space dust that devours planets or something. I think we see his silhouette or something, but we don't actually full on see him. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. But here it looks like we're gonna get to see the man, the myth, the legend, in the flesh, in all his CGI glory. And hopefully, I mean, I always hope that, you know, the comics are completely off, you know, when it comes to scaling and feats of strength, and they're completely unhinged with the stuff they do. You know, I talk about that with like with Storm, about how Storm is such an amazing character, but you know, she's an Omega level mutant, but we've never seen her fully be able to tap into what she can really do, and it's a shame. So for Galactus here, I really hope they can show just how scary the guy actually is. You know, don't make him a joke. Don't just show the terror of Galactus, this guy who goes around and devours planets. Not as a big whiff of smoke or whatever. No, we want to see Galactus. You know, because every time it seems like he has an on-screen portrayal, it's always like downplayed. I want to see more comic book stuff, these crazy things that they end up doing. Because people might think that Galactus isn't that strong. No, he's strong, like insanely powerful. The people he's taken on. But that's what I want. I want to see the full strength. I want there to be some cosmic level battle, not just like, oh, he comes to Earth and they somehow take care of everything without destroying the planet. I want there to be casualties. I want there to be, like, you know, cosmic collateral damage. I mean, that's what, you know? But, yeah, it's good for what it is, I guess. At least we're getting Galactus, so. Which is weird, because normally, like, the first one, the reboot, the first movie in general, it was, you know, it was Doom. You know, Victor. But here, we're like, well, nope, we're going to go straight to Galactus. Now, maybe Victor might start out as a villain or something, but then Galactus comes in, and they might have to team up with Victor to take him down. But the fact is, the first movie of, I'm guessing, this series, or whatever, and they're going straight for Galactus. It also seems like they're almost setting this up to be like a WandaVision kind of thing. So I wouldn't be surprised there was a new Disney Plus show based on this whole idea of the family. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. That's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.